It's almost Christmas, and for a lot of us, this is a season where we're reminded of what connects us all. And for some, that connection is a faith in something greater. But what if people with the strongest faith believe in people more deeply than anything else? I'm Hector, and throughout my leadership career, taking on big challenges across both the public and private sectors, I've learned that faith really matters. As my grandfather, who was a Korean veteran who actually was shot in heavy battle, he said, "There are no atheists in the trenches." And when you're working on a goal, and sometimes progress can come easy, and wins will stack on top of wins, and momentum carries you forward. But let me tell you, the higher the goal and the greater the mission, the more likely you are to find yourself sheltering in that foxhole and praying. That's life. And how we get through it has been discussed across every philosophy, every practice, every faith tradition. Any leader, any person striving for something meaningful carries a belief system in their heart that guides them through their day. Now, in modern times, we've gained so much from science and knowledge that many people feel a disconnect between intellect or rationality and religion. But that tension isn't new. From Leonardo da Vinci to Thomas Aquinas, thinkers across history have risked everything to speak to a universal truth. And that truth, I think, is what Christmas is really all about. And that is that there can be a higher power and personal responsibility. No cosmic hand can do more for one another in this world than we can do for each other. And maybe, just maybe, that's the greatest miracle of all. One of my favorite parables tells the story of a man trapped on the roof of his home during a massive flood. As the waters rise, he prays to God to save him, and a boat comes by and says, "Hop on in, we'll take you to dry land." The man says, "No, no, it's fine. I've prayed to God, and my faith is strong, and he will save me." Eventually, the flood takes his life, and when he reaches heaven, he confronts God and he says, "Why didn't you save me?" And God looks at him and says, "Why didn't you get in the boat?" If Gandhi was speaking on behalf of the Creator, I would believe you, because he said, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." Because just as the best parents teach their children to use their talents to be self sufficient and help others, so too does the universe call on us. Is a CEO who does everything for everyone really leading? Is any of us an island unto themselves and never needs any help? Of course not. The answer is no. And that's the lesson. We must be willing to rely on one another in times of need, to seek help, and to recognize that our prayers very well may arrive in the form of someone else's hands. And just as importantly, we may be the answered prayer for someone else who's been crying out. Epictetus said it best nearly 2,000 years ago. Just as the sun does not wait for prayers or incantations to rise, but shines anyway and is universally loved, so too should you not wait for praise to do good. Be voluntary benefactors, and you will be beloved like the sun. So this Christmas, be the gift, be the answered prayer, and you'll find a deeper kind of faith, a faith that comes from knowing that you're fulfilling your purpose.